Hi everybody, I'm making a video. Wee. I'm going to apologize beforehand for the camera shake that you're going to be seeing in this video. I'm filming with one hand and then demoing with the other. So, I get a lot of questions in my inbox about how to get your creatine to dissolve properly, what's the best way to take it, etc. So, rule number one is to make sure that the creatine that you've purchased from your local supplement shop is the best quality creatine that you can buy. Quality is very critical to how your creatine is going to dissolve in your water or beverage or whatever, and how it's going to absorb in your body. So I recommend that you purchase creatine monohydrate. It's the type of creatine that has the most studies, peer-reviewed articles and research and all that to support its efficacy in increasing strength and muscle size. So forget about any other type of creatine, just gun for the creatine monohydrate in your supplement shop. Second, make sure that when you're purchasing a creatine monohydrate that you get the micronized version, and I'll show you the difference. Okay. On the left here, let's just tap to focus, okay. On the left here, we have creatine monohydrate, just regular creatine monohydrate, and if you look at it closely, tap to focus. There we go. You can see it's kind of, whoa, there's my finger, it's big. Okay. It's kind of sandy, it's kind of grainy, really crystally. It's very coarse to the touch. So when you squish it between your fingers, it's going to feel like sand. And then in juxtaposition to that, we have creatine monohydrate that's micronized. If you were to, let's see if I can, there we go, pinch this between your fingers, it's going to look like chalk. It's very finely ground. It's a lot more processed than the creatine monohydrate that's not micronized here. And you want this type right here, the micronized version, because it's going to dissolve better in your water or whatever you dissolve your creatine in. And it's going to absorb a lot better in your body if it's dissolved in the water, if that makes any sense. Okay, so make sure you get the micronized version of your creatine monohydrate. And basically this is what I do. I always do my creatine in a glass, tap to focus, a glass of warm water, just because it's easier for me. I don't know, I can take the taste of creatine monohydrate in water. It doesn't bother me. I've been doing it for a long time. So what I'm going to do here is take a scoop, just about 5 grams. I need to look at the glass and not at my phone while I do this because my depth perception is off. There we go. Okay. So dump that in warm water. Doesn't have to be hot, doesn't have to be boiling, just warm is fine. Give it a stir. Stir, stir, stir. And just let it settle for a little bit to see if there's any left at the bottom of your glass. And there will be, and you'll just have to stir a bit more, that's fine. So just let it settle. Look at it, it's like a snow globe. Oh. Okay. It'll take a while. And once it settles, just give it another stir. You might have to do this 2, 3, 4 times. You may have to add more water. If you do, no big deal, whatever. Do you like that I'm doing this in a Guinness glass? We're so classy at my house. Okay. And basically what you're going to do is the same thing until your glass is completely transparent. You shouldn't see a single speck of creatine at the bottom of your glass or floating around. So I'm just going to do this a couple more times until it's all done. Okay, I'm back. So I've stirred this a couple more times and my creatine is finally completely dissolved in the warm water. You should be able to see right through your glass. There shouldn't be anything floating around in it, no specks. And at the bottom of your glass, tap to focus, you shouldn't see anything sitting at the bottom of your glass, okay? So that's how we know that the creatine's pretty much 100% dissolved. And when your creatine is completely dissolved and not sitting at the bottom of your glass or floating around in clumps, that's when it's going to be able to work better in your body because it'll absorb faster in your gastrointestinal tract. Okay, so the only thing left for me to do is to chug it down. Okay, so I hope that helped. If you have any more questions, feel free to send me an email or an ask on Tumblr. Peace out.